And we have been tasked with killing a beast of some sort. Although I have no idea.
Isn't this lovely? It's a lovely little place with canoes and an old shed, but there's a giant hole in the footbridge across the water.
Well, I sure as hell ain't fixing it. Not my job.
You have no reason to take the canoes. What was your plan there? Carry it around? The only way to take this bridge is to walk over it.
Okay, let's run a bit. I can't do anything here. Oh, but I'm here. Does the map spin around? Wait,
The door is locked.
Because I'm actually looking for the place where I could. Oh, maybe it's here.
Suddenly, the oddest and largest beast crashes out of the forest. You don't know what the hell it is, but you prepare for battle.
Oh my lord. Is turn-based. You do not act in about 3 seconds time, your turn will see it. Act, click the action before and before. Press the play button, click more buttons. Stab, slash, hack, block. Okay.
Damn it. Damn it.
Seems that stab works best. Alright. Army though.
Damn it.
Come on. Yes.
That bastard is never going to bother you again.
Damn straight.
The beast is carrying nothing. You have nothing. It's the beast that you killed.
I guess I'm supposed to drink this.
That doesn't... You drink the healing potion. It's smooth and silky, but tastes like rotten flowers. Nevertheless, you feel better.
Do I have... Oh. It's gone.
The beast. The beast. The beast. The beast. It's the beast that you killed.
How am I supposed to carry the blood? This corpse is still here.
After walking through the forest a bit, you come upon what appears to be the main entrance and foyer of a long abandoned and burnt down mansion. The place must have been massive. You see it stretch out to both the west and east. To the east, you note there being the ruins of what must once have been a beautiful garden.
Okay.
This must have been someone's pride and joy once. A large hand-carved fountain and reflecting pool is now filled with green, scummy water and overgrown aquatic plants. To the north, you see a path and a cemetery beyond. This was once a great fountain, but it's not been looked at for many years. The water is putrid, the stonework crumbling. Growing in the water are some lilies with some rather fetching flowers on them. You consider the contrast between the beauty of the flowers and the ugliness of the fountain and water. Then you fart. There's no way in hell you're going to drink any of that water.
Alright. But actually, I think I'm gonna go back.
Like all stairs, you walk on them to go anywhere.
Yes, that's a good idea. Well, I can't do anything.
The beast. You're surrounded by foliage, rocks and trees. It's a forest after all.
Okay. Fine, that's stuff. So, what's the time? It's still light. I guess we can look around a bit more. Sweet. But a little way. I don't actually want to go that far. Oh, it's just So I guess that's the breach, which blocks the path, or which should enable the path out of this valley, but it doesn't since it's broken.
The water wheel is being spun by the water rushing down the stream.
Right. We should go for a swim sometime. If we can swim. Oh yeah, and here's this head.
It's the severed head of Marcus van Houten. Sadly, it doesn't look too good separated from his body.
Nice.
You don't want to take the head.
Can't speak.
Good idea. Just not now. You aren't crazy. Try talking to someone else.
Alright.
You grab the barrel. It's so heavy, you think a dwarf is in there. You try and shake the stand. It doesn't really do anything remarkable. At least you tried.
Can I fall over?
You can't make it over the gate, but you do get some practice climbing. You feel...
Nice. Oh, my skill isn't feeling very good. Oh, I can't see a stamina button. At least that's something good.
You climb over the gate.
Oh, okay. Guess I didn't need very much. So I killed the beast, but
You have no reason to talk to Ian now. You should be trying to bring back the blood of the beast.
I'm pretty sure we need to go to the alchemist for that. Or the general store. But I believe that the inn was actually here. Oh. So let's see if we can enter it. It looks so lovely.
What a sign! It's certainly direct and to the point. The lantern is lit up at night. You briefly wonder who actually lights them. Then you decide that you don't care, and that person is probably an idiot.
Oh, come on, don't be so cruel. Oh, I like this night version.
What a quaint and lovely place. You actually bet the rooms and beds are nice here, for a change.
Okay.
There's a dude dressed in a safari outfit sitting by the fire. He's a sturdy built man. That's a nice way of saying he's plump. I'd tell you what I think, but that would get me banned from some forums.
Alright, let's get stuff moving.
Hello, stranger.
Ida.
Hey, nice duster.
Thanks. Nice beard.
I grew it myself.
I bet you did. Pa bought this inn years ago, when I was little, and I've lived here most of my life. I clean and take care of the guests.
I bet you do.
Come on, Rogue. Sly bastard.
Volksville is very quiet, but I like it here. I go down to Tyr with Pa every few months, but I love my home. I don't like Rayford. I know people say he's good for the village, but I think he's a bad man. My Pa's the greatest. He takes such good care of me, and this inn.
Okay.
I miss her.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, sure.
I don't suppose you'd be interested in meeting me for a drink at a pub later.
No, she isn't interested.
Oh, fair enough then. Can't blame a guy for asking.
No, you can't. I totally would, but Pa would break your legs if I went with you.
Good lord, you're going to get me killed.
Maybe, but it's a good time though, isn't it?
Well, it was lovely.
Oh, such a gentleman.
It was some of these voice actors remind me of some popular people.
hello, young fellow. How are you?
Oh, hello, Nedoki.
I'm above ground. It's a start.
Indeed. Can I help you?
Ask about...
Well, where are my manners? Ned O'King, adventurer, explorer, and cataloger of rare animals. And in some cases, monsters.
Nice.
Well, I travel from land to land looking for new species of animals. I catalog them all, and then I publish my findings. I have several books in print.
Is this supposed to be... no. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna guess and make myself look stupid. But if these are references to some popular people, you can let me know in the comments. Okay, animals.
They are fascinating, eh? I love your regular old bear or raccoon, but when you find that rare species, that's what makes the job.
I bet it does. Too bad I'm in a different line of job of work.
Well, there's an interesting subject. You do see them around here. I try to avoid them and study from afar.
Well, I just killed one.
Mostly I try to talk to others who have seen and dealt with them. I use their information to write about how to deal with them.
But hey, I killed one. I can...
This area has such an interesting array of monsters, even undead. And the regions within each area are almost unique in their variety.
I can bet we would have seen some undead in the graveyard outside of town. If you had gone there.
There's the Volksville woods, which currently surround us. To the west lie the grasslands, and just north and east of here are the 99-acre woods. Or the North Woods, as some call it. Up north and a little west of here is the Krasnan Swamp.
99-acre woods and Penny the Boo.
Head south towards the ocean to see the amazing South Woods. Each area holds variety to keep me fascinated for years of study. Feel free to ask me about anything you might want to, and I'll tell you what I know.
The beast.
From what you describe, this sounds like a Hundelvorn. The thing about them is, they aren't natural. A Hundelvorn is generally some kind of purposeful mutation of a creature, or man. In those cases, some kind of magic or alchemy is involved. I'll tell you though, you should worry less about the beast, and more about who made the beast.
I guess we should visit the alchemist after all, for several reasons.
The main creatures you'll encounter around here are the Rukiti. They're a red-skinned creature, generally armed with a flail, who are mean and will probably attack you on sight.
I've heard they're not too difficult to defeat in combat, although I've never tried myself.
So I guess they're the goblins of Volksville.
You'll probably encounter some brutes as well if you wander around enough. That's what they call the local brigands around here. Rough lot.
Oh, okay.
A good offense is probably just slashing at these types instead of just trying to stab them.
Oh, that's useful actually. Grassland creatures.
The grasslands are an amazing place. So vast and full of grass. I made a rhyme.
Yay. Congratulations.
Besides the Rukiti, who seem to be most everywhere around these parts, you'll probably see some jaguars during the day and wolves at night. Both are just normal animals. Nothing too special about them, except they seem to be more susceptible to slashing as opposed to other attacks. I surmise that to these creatures, the weapon looks like a giant steel claw, which sends them into a panic. But you might find the wolf fur will go for a fair bly in the right place, too.
Sorry. So I guess I should just try slashing with every creature, pretty much.
What a fascinating place the 99-acre woods are. They originally started off as 100 acres, but rumor has it that it was measured wrong by the lord or king of the time. It was once an area set aside for hunting bears, but since it's been left to go wild, some giant spiders have moved in. Both of these animals are weak against your slashing attack.
Right.
I've never ventured north into the swamps, although I hear it's a fascinating place.
Oops, sorry.
Check with the apothecarian in town here. He goes there or sends his young apprentice there to collect herbs and plants. I can tell you that there are swamp Rukiti there, cousin to the red-skinned ones around these parts. They're more vicious than their cousins, but they tend to not like a stabbing attack. Throws them off their game.
Now what I am intrigued by in there is the giant snakes. I've never seen one before, but I hear they're a sight. Being a wild beast, I'd have to assume they wouldn't like a slashing motion of the sword, but don't quote me on that.
Okay. South of Woods.
The leaves and colors of the South Woods are amazing. Truly a great part of the world, but that doesn't mean there's not some fierce creatures about as well. The whole area is crawling with dwarves, and they're nothing like you see in books or hear about. Nasty little buggers. They'll cut you up and sell your body parts for a bly if they can.
Oh, damn.
I really couldn't tell you the best way to deal with them except to stay away if you see them.
Well, that's sad. It's the second game already where dwarves are actually mean and evil. Very helpful at all. Okay, but the undead.
Oh, the undead. Most people think these are just made-up fairy tales to scare young children, but they're certainly more than that. The old graveyard to the north has its fair share of wights, skeletons, and specters.
Ah, okay.
The information I have on them is sketchy, but from what I understand, and there's a certain logic to this, they don't like being bashed, so your best bet is to hack away at them until they drop. Then, run like hell. It makes sense to me not to bother stabbing them. After all, there's no internal organs in the undead, so just what would you be stabbing, eh?
Yeah, that's true, actually. And... okay.
Well, I've heard rumors of gelatinous cubes wandering the darker places of this very area. They're very odd and dangerous creatures. Apparently made of some kind of sentient jelly. You can usually see the remains of their previous victims inside. Don't get too close, or it will suck you in, dissolve, and eat you. Yum. You can kill it by lighting it on fire and making sure that it stays burning. Just attacking it with a torch isn't going to work.
Nice to know. You never know when you need to kill some living jelly.
Okay, thanks, man.
Well, it was nice talking with you. Come back if you need any kind of help.
I will. And let's talk with this man.
Hello there, stranger.
Hello there, innkeeper.
Castle's my name. This, as you may have guessed, is my inn.
Lovely. Love the view.
I do my best, and I promise the rooms are cozy.
That's good.
Excellent. Hi, Kessel.
Hello, sir. How can I help you?
Ask about,
I'd like a room, please. Nothing too shabby, but nothing so uncomfortable.
Why, sure. So I guess you don't want to be staying in the stable, I take it? Ah, yes. We have fine rooms here. My daughter Ina will make it up for you. The cost is $5 a week. You can start a tab if you like.
That sounds fine.
Well, your room is up the stairs, down the hall on the left. You're in the deer suite. It's decorated with boars. I'm kidding, of course.
What happened there?
I'd like to say it was something clever, but really, I just got drunk one night and thought it was funny. Now I'm too ashamed to go back on my own joke.
I like a man with conviction.
Well, thank you. Anyway, we serve dinner here just before sundown, so if you want to be eating with us, just wander in around that time. We have a few regulars that like to come in and eat, so there's plenty of people to chat with if that's your thing.
Thank you.
okay.
Well, when I came into owning this building, it had been some kind of adventurous guild and mead hall. It was a wreck, really. Apparently, the adventurers around here were really more just a bunch of lying drunks. Great stories, but they couldn't take care of shite. Well, I love this town. Lived here all my life. So did my folks. Father used to be a woodcutter, but I said screw that. Don't feel like swinging an axe all day. So now, I take care of travellers when they come in, and I feed people. It's not a bad life.
And actually missed Ina.
Yep, she's my daughter, and don't think I don't know what she looks like. I've been growing a goiter since the day she passed into womanhood, and every man in this town has been sniffing after her. I keep an old hickory stick back here, just in case I have to crack a skull.
Excellent choice of protection.
Aye, thank you. Just say, sir, for safety's sake, that I hope I don't have to smack you upside the head for betraying my trust and good nature.
I should hope not. But let's say that if you had to, I'd know I deserved it, and I'd take the licking like a man.
Of course you know, I'd beat you till you're dead, sir.
Should I go the road path? Fine.
For her? Yeah, it might be worth it.
You're a funny bastard.
Okay.
Ha! What a tough old prick he is. The only thing harder and more stubborn is my old hickory stick.
And hickory stick.
You think I'm kidding when I say I'll bash you for taking advantage of Ina? No, sir.
Alright.
You be having a good night, okay, Mr. Wareham? Goodbye.
And quickly, let's...
It's a leather pack. You have some Blythos.
Let's offer some Blythos.
Kessel doesn't need any of your money at this point.
Okay.
Just...
I'll take it afterwards. Fine, so let's go up to our room.
Well, you certainly think Kessel and Ina keep a cozy inn. The place is comfy enough. You've stayed in worse places for certain. You can't...
So I guess that's my room, but quickly I'll just... Can I go this way? Oh, I can't, okay.
You play around with it, but...
Alright.
Whatever it is you're the door is all... The door...
Oh, and I can't close it. That's fine.
Well, you certainly think Kessel and... Whatever it is you're trying to do doesn't seem to be working.
Well, I'm
You
on
can't
sleep.
go to sleep now. You have to help Ian.
What? Really? Okay. Fine. I'll do that then. But I will continue with that in the next video. So thank you all once again for watching this. And I will see you all in the next video. Yes. Bye for now.